absolutely that the only way to stimulate rapid development in our country is through the development of ICT and e-learning. We can't do it through traditional methods alone. So, when we sponsor, we host these things, then we have the whole world here, and we can learn from the world.
As you know, in Africa, we have a lot of challenges, particularly with connectivity. And students in the rural areas have a lot more challenges because the teachers are not too keen to be there, and those that are there are not in touch with what is happening daily out in the cities, and they have less access. So one of the reasons we're here is to network with our pals from different parts of the world to sit and say, look, how can we take e-learning down to where the challenge is? Mobile.
So for me, it has been a big challenge for us, and also a big plus. A plus because all the projects that we brought here, first of all, amongst themselves, they learn a lot. And also, you have a lot of support, because ICT is just a tool to support the content development for education. There have been a lot of exhibitions. So everybody will look what is really relevant for his organization. So for us, it's really have been challenging. It's also to the other people to see how they're doing, the organization or the project that we're funding in Burkina, in Mali, in Ghana, and everywhere we're having our projects.
A lot of the things we do actually revolve around connecting people and connecting different solutions. We're very much into collaboration. We don't want to pretend that we've got all the answers. We simply provide a platform, a way of connectivity, a way of content distribution, and as I said, the textbook. We revolve around the textbook and the current curriculum. So there's many, all through this conference, there's many solutions that are very relevant, but on their own would be hard to implement. So the idea is that we get as many contacts as we can here that are relevant, work together in provide one whole package, an actual solution, a more holistic solution.
We've met quite a few people from different universities across the continent, different ministries and government officials that have all been interested in how they can use Google products and services and tools to better enhance the learning capabilities at their universities. So it's been very relevant for us.
It is critical that we realize that there are modern technologies to enable us learn from one another regardless of time and space. And this particular conference is offering us that opportunity to learn and explore more ways of using modern technologies to share knowledge, regardless of our geographical separations. I believe that quality education can be achieved only if the educational programs afforded the learners gives them the chance to be able to know and learn not only what happens within their immediate surroundings, but what is happening with their counterparts in other parts of the world. It brings us all closer together.
I think the eLearning Africa conference has become a very good meeting place, bringing together people across Africa. And I think it's become quite a bit of a reunion each year in terms of people who have got the same mission.
We are here because of two main reasons. One, because one of the areas that we provide support for is provision of ICT facilities to education institutions. And here it's actually a market for all those first-class, up-to-date ICT facilities for education. And secondly, we are here because of networking. Because here we are sure we can get contacts, we can meet people who can provide those items I'm talking about in terms of ICT.
We're very interested in both in producing educational resources, but also in delivering critical and analytical thinking skills. And one way of doing that is through ICT, so games and other simulation environments. And you see a lot of discussion around that here. Also, there's a lot of people exchanging ideas about how to build repositories. What are the important constraints and issues that you need to deal with? So it's very important networking, but to understand also what real-world experience exists and exchange ideas. That's the most invaluable part of the conference for us, is to see who's actually done run similar projects and structured repositories and bumped into issues on the ground, especially in the developing world. And this is eLearning Africa is the best place to find out what's happening in Africa and the developing world for us.
We got so much input, so much thinking, put for thinking about what is the situation of environment in Africa and how can we overcome the challenges using technology supports. So I feel that these conferences are so useful for me and for the people that we brought from the environmental institutions in West Africa. They've told me that it has been really like an eye-opener.
Je trouve que eLearning Africa est une excellente idée d'interconnexion, une excellente idée de rencontre et une excellente idée d'apprentissage. Je pense que les participants qui sont là, chacun d'entre nous a pu profiter et bénéficier de l'expertise de tout un chacun qui vient d'horizons différents. Ça, c'est la première chose. La deuxième chose, c'est que c'est une plateforme. eLearning Africa, c'est une plateforme qui, en quelque sorte, annonce toute technologie nouvelle que l'Afrique pourrait utiliser dans son processus d'utilisation des TIC, aussi bien dans les apprentissages que dans le e-government, etc. Donc je trouve que c'est une excellente plateforme de jonction. Et je pense que si on continue comme ça, eLearning constituera un hub où, à partir duquel on distribuera toutes les connaissances, toutes les expériences innovantes en matière d'apprentissage en Afrique.
In this conference, I have seen a lot of content that we can put into this hardware that will really bring excitement to teachers, that will bring excitement to the students. This is one of the reasons I think this event is quite an important one, and wherever it's holding, I'm sure HP would want to be part of it.
Oh man, I mean, I won't even go into the aspect of just being in Africa and what that means to me, but just being here at the conference, there are so many different views and so many different problems, issues that are similar to what we are facing and have faced in Jamaica, even though there's a distance between us. That is exciting for me. I've heard different divergent opinions and the discussions are rich. And so I would urge anyone, watching this not to miss next year, because I'm pretty sure that there will be even more solutions as well as more questions for next year.
eLearning Africa Conference, ça fait la 3e conférence. J'ai participé à la première à Addis Abeba, la seconde à Nairobi, maintenant la 3e. Et je crois que je vais participer à toutes les conférences suivantes. En fait, c'est une occasion de rencontrer beaucoup de gens qui viennent du monde entier, des spécialistes, des professionnels de e-learning, donc de profiter de leur expérience, d'échanger et de faire connaître aussi au monde entier ce que nous faisons chez nous.
From day one up until now, actually there's been a lot of information that I've been exposed to. Actually, I even go home a different person. Yes, I've visited a number of desks. I've had discussions with exhibitors, different exhibitors who are marketing, and even from the presentations, actually, there's a lot that I have learned personally. And during the discussions, I was sitting back to reflect on the situation back home. So, I think here and there, we are going to touch. Although, as a nation, I think there's still yet a policy to be put in place.
It's about the networking that goes on, the human networking that goes on. So it's a very important time for us to be able to make those connections that are so hard to do because we're all so far away from each other.